All right, everybody, welcome back to Ringside Brew Wrestling Podcast. It is I, Dave, together with Joseph. We're gonna bring
Hey.
you episode 24.
24. Wow.
Yeah, 24 is Smackdown review. We meant to do this last night, on a Saturday night.
Wow. Saturday was packed for you and I, right?
Yeah, Saturday was packed. So Joseph and I, again, we are performers ourselves. We were involved in a local wrestling show together with Grapple Max. Joseph was on announcing duties.
That's right.
I was pulling double duty.
Man had 2 matches. Not one, but 2 matches. Yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 matches yesterday. I wouldn't recommend it. It's a little bit tiring. But yeah, it's a very, very fun experience. It's been a while since we had such a hot crowd. We had like what?
Yeah, sold out.
We were sold out. Yeah, our studio, was filled to the brim. The recording was great. So anyway, quick introduction. My name is Dave. I am a professional wrestler and creative myself. I have done professional wrestling for about 13 years and the creative side about 2.5, maybe 3 years. Julius.
I am also a pro wrestler, and I've been wrestling for 4 years, coming back from an injury. So hopefully you see me soon in the ring. You will see me soon in the ring. I also do live commentary and ring announcing as well. So between Dave and I, we like to think we can see 360 degree of this business.
He doesn't, guys. He does not speak for me. He does not speak for me. If you all want to cancel, you all cancel him. Don't cancel me. I want to be humble. Okay. As always, with Ringside Brew Wrestling Podcast, where pro wrestlers talk about WWE over drinks. We got to do the drinks part, right? So always. Maybe I can start.
You start. I don't know actually what you. Sometimes he tells me before we start, but he hasn't told me anything, so I'm excited.
So this one is from Gryphon Tea Company. It's called Hanami with White Peach, as in the flavor. Hanami with White Peach. It's a very, very light tea. I've had this quite a while ago. It's called a Japanese sencha. I don't know how to explain what a sencha is.
It's like white tea, right? I think.
Yeah, it's white tea. Yeah. So it's under the Gryphon Tea Company. It's very light, very flavorful, and I don't think it has a lot of calories. One whole bottle, only 20 calories.
Wow.
Yeah.
I should check that out. Yeah.
And it's quite flavorful. So if you guys are into, having light tea that's not like Pokka green tea or the usual stuff.
Less sugary.
This would be my pick. Yeah.
Okay, I that's on my list. So unlike Dave, I am doing beer.
It's crazy.
Why not? So this is my 3rd beer from Sunbird Brewing. If you guys follow or our longtime listeners paying attention, this is actually another beer from Sunbird Brewing, and it's a kueh salad rice lager. Okay, so kueh salad.
We had onde, and then the peach, and then now we got kueh.
So they have an interesting kind of range of like local Singapore, Southeast Asian dessert. So kueh salad is like butterfly pea, which is blue colored dyed rice. Yeah. Sticky rice with like a butterfly pea blue dye inside it, which I love. I've had this drink before, so I'm actually very excited to try it. And there's another surprise, but let's open our drinks and I'll show you the surprise.
Okay. Then I'll open mine first.
Yes.
Maybe I'll rate mine as well.
Yes.
Oh, it's a little bit gassy. I haven't had this in a long time, so
okay, a little bit fuzzy, effervescent.
Yeah.
So the surprise is this is actually a blue colored beer.
Whoa!
You can see it on camera. Yeah, that's why I said a butterfly pea is a blue colored dye and kind of.
I had it in
Singapore
ice creams.
desserts.
Yeah, Birds of Paradise. They also do blue peas. Oh, that's
all right.
amazing.
Cheers. Yeah, it's very nice. Cheers.
Yeah, so mine, again, it's very light, it's very flavorful for 20 calories and has so much flavor. Definitely like a high, maybe like 9 out of 10 for me. Wow. Almost perfect, yeah.
This one is an 8 out of 10 for me. So not just because visually it's interesting, but it actually does taste a little bit like kueh salad. There's a light sweetness to it.
You can tell the kids it's Ribena.
Maybe not, but yes.
Okay, we took 5 minutes to get here, right? So again, we are gonna try to keep this as short as possible. This is only a SmackDown review because we done the Raw review in the midweek. So if you guys are following us, we're gonna split up our reviews from now on. Maybe just a couple of weeks to see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we'll just go back to the double, review at the same time kind of shtick. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the reviews. Honorable mentions as always. We're gonna start off with Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu.
They didn't have a match, right?
Jacob had a match. Jacob had a match. Yeah. Jacob went up against Tama Tonga, which is another story of its own. Tama Tonga is still flirting with the idea of leaving the MFTs or maybe turning on solo, but we don't know yet. Yeah, so Jacob Fatu versus Tama Tonga, it's an okay match. But what was more important was what happened at the end. Jacob picked up the win, and we had Drew McIntyre doing Drew McIntyre things, coming out to attack people.
Yeah. So what I loved about this post-match segment, so this happened after the match, is it was brutal. Yeah, I think even at the end, Jacob Fatu got actual a little cut above his forehead. If you notice,
I'm not sure if that's a shoot cut or worked cut. It felt like neither, because maybe he didn't if he did blade himself,
but it wasn't full on a mask.
I don't think it was deep enough. Yeah, but you're right. The attack did look brutal, but there's two things I took away from this.
Okay.
The first one was the handcuffs.
Okay, shitty
handcuffs.
The chain is so long, right? The chain is ridiculously long.
Yeah, what was the point of the handcuff? The point of the handcuffs is to restrain the guy first and foremost. Yeah. The chain is so long, and then because it's a gimmicked handcuff. For those of you who don't know what a gimmicked handcuff is, it's the kind that you can release a latch and it'll come out.
You can release yourself, right? But you
can release it yourself if you're cuffed. But I don't know what quality what kind of quality the cuffs they got. Every time Drew tried to hang Jacob up on the post, right?
Somehow the hand got free.
Yeah,
right?
The hand keeps getting free.
So I think the first time that was not supposed to happen.
It happened again.
Yeah, but it's so good on Drew and Fatu that, okay, you know what? We need to make this work. He did handcuff him again, of course, because you have to. Yep. But it broke a second time.
Of course, like Joseph said, Drew and Fatu, they absolute professionals. They make it work. But it's a bad look for the handcuffs. I heard hearsay that on from the IWC that these handcuffs, or reports basically, they use these handcuffs because they are scared.
Oh,
do you remember the last
who is
time?
Scared of who?
No, do you remember the last time they used handcuffs?
Was it Lyra and Becky or before?
No.
Way before that?
Okay, maybe I don't know, but I know a very obvious botch coming from the handcuffs.
Okay,
this was during COVID.
Oh, I don't remember.
This was the last man standing match between Roman and Kevin Owens.
Oh, okay.
Where Kevin,
right.
Where Kevin cuffed Roman to the I don't know, the truss.
Oh, is it? Yeah, the truss.
Yeah, where Kevin cuffed Roman to the truss, and they couldn't free Roman, and Roman couldn't get up. And Roman, I mean, if it was a shoot, right, Roman would have 100% lost that match that day.
Yeah.
But anyway, just a little bit of history and lore for you guys. Ever since then, they've been afraid of actual handcuffs. So right now, they're using gimmick handcuffs. Yeah.
Well, but they kind of had to go there, I guess, because before this match, just to quickly mention, Drew was in there was a tape vignette. Drew was in a cell.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, calling rage baiting Fatu, saying you are a convict. You can't run away from your past. So of course, the handcuffs, is part of that callback, as it were, right? Yeah. That image, the metaphor. Yeah.
So yeah, the other thing I took away from this match was that I felt like this should have happened before they flung each other off.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. In terms of escalation, I thought this was a step back. Yeah, so I thought that this particular event where Drew brutally assaults Jacob Fatu should have happened before they had that brawl where they both flung each other off the second floor of a building. Yeah, but in any case, we did take a step back, but it was still very believable. It was still very brutal. Maybe we'll see a Jacob Fatu response next week. Yeah, let's move on. Royce Keys finally shows up again.
Yeah, finally. And he had a match against Berto of Los Gaza.
Yeah.
Match was great, but I think what was interesting was before the match, they had 5-10 minutes of a pre-tape.
No lah, not so long lah.
5 minutes, okay, maybe three to five.
It was
3 minutes, but it was pre-taped, and it wasn't just backstage. They actually went to his childhood home, right?
Yeah.
Basically, the story they're trying to tell is he grew up in difficult circumstances, but now he's here.
Yeah.
Which they've never done for, I guess, many wrestlers that are debuting, I think.
I also noted that down, and I thought it was very interesting because they don't normally bring this kind of real life, not for a lot of people anyway, right? They don't bring a lot of these real life scenarios in. I think I'm sure there are a few, but like similar profiles, right? We talk about Booker T as well. He's feud with Triple H in 2003, where Triple H kind of brought in his real life, his background, and everything.
Yeah.
I think this kind of storytelling is a little bit similar. So I thought it was really, really very interesting. But this guy debuted at Royal Rumble.
Yeah. Haven't seen him since.
I totally forgot that he existed. Yeah.
A bit. I've been waiting to see him, but they've waited Rumble was 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah, so I think with this kind of story, it's very hard to say that he's gonna be a heel because it's such a baby face background story.
He's definitely not gonna be a heel.
Yeah.
I was also surprised because when he was with the previous company AEW, they did the obvious thing, which is also what I might have done, which is you look at someone like Royce Keys, slap a name Powerhouse on him. Because he looks the part, right? But WWE went deeper, right? They're not giving him, he is a powerhouse in the ring. We saw that with Berto, but they're really giving him a very babyface backstory, like you said.
I think what WWE has done, right, is like what Joseph said, when you look at him, typical powerhouse, he's gonna be a heel, monster kind of thing. Right. But they went the opposite direction and they humanized him.
Yeah, humanized. Good word.
So I thought that was very interesting, and I really appreciated the backstory that he had. Very humble beginnings, troubled beginnings as well. So I'm very interested to see where this heads off. All right,
that's good for Royce Keys.
Yeah, let's move on. I have one honorable mention that Joseph doesn't have, so we'll leave it to the last where I can.
Yes. Okay,
never mind. Let's talk about Danhausen.
So he had a match with Kid Wilson.
This whole segment from top to bottom was class. I was so entertained. We start backstage first.
Yes.
The WWE Tag Team Champions, they didn't have a match, but they were involved in the backstage segment. R-Truth and Damian Priest. So this was the first one, and I thought it was hilarious. So basically, if you remember last week's episode, right? R-Truth was calling Danhausen Asuka. And Damian was trying to convince Truth that wasn't Asuka.
Yes.
And then this week,
he's talking to Danhausen.
He's talking to Danhausen. Truth is talking to Danhausen. And Damian calls Truth out. He says, so what, you're talking to Asuka now? And Truth is like, no, this is Danhausen.
Only R-Truth can get away with just gaslighting his deputy partner.
He's gaslighting?
He's the only person who can get away with it.
No, that wasn't the gaslighting part. The real gaslighting part was when Damian started to say, what do you mean? Last week you said that Danhausen is Asuka. And then Truth was like, no, I didn't say that. You said that.
That was stupid but funny. Yeah.
That was so stupid. And Danhausen also joins in on the gaslighting. So it's a very funny interaction. But anyway, a match gets set up because the Miz and Kid Wilson, they were complaining to Nick Aldis, right, about Danhausen, and then Nick Aldis sets up a match with Kid Wilson and Danhausen.
So even in that what you just described, there were so many interesting moments because firstly, Miz, it's like I don't believe in curses. That's number one because he's complaining. What was it? Dan Engler, his arm got cursed, right? He got cursed. He couldn't complete a 3 count, and then Nick Aldis said, "Yeah, it's very sad about the referee because he was cursed."
It was a very bizarre situation. So
yes.
why don't we set up a match between you and Dan?
Yeah,
Hausen.
Yeah.
Until the match happens, right? I think this is the first time in history someone has lost their match via a curse.
Oh yes. Not okay.
Okay, it's not really.
Not
okay,
just,
it's not
not just one curse. 2 curses in the match.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was hilarious because Kit Wilson obviously was going to take control of the match. Danhausen curses Kit Wilson, and somehow the ring post pyro goes off while Kit is standing on top of the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
And he falls on his nuts.
Yeah.
It was insane. Like we spoke about this before, right? Like when he first debuted and everything, we talked about the potential of the gimmick. It brings a different kind of creativity into the matches, and right now it's so refreshing to see that WWE is trusting, or maybe they are producing, I don't know, but whatever, but they're giving this curse gimmick a shot.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, right? I cannot give enough credit to how amazing this gimmick is. For now, everything is very smooth sailing, I gotta say, but typical WWE, sometimes they will mess up, right? It's the gimmick, it's different, it's creative, and it's very, very entertaining. I really hope to see WWE at one point push this gimmick towards a title match. It doesn't have to be a main title.
Right.
Doesn't have to be a main title.
Or a US title, IC title, maybe a tag team, maybe.
Yeah, we could do something like that, something that's a bit more low risk where people can kind of like take it a little bit less seriously. Because I think this gimmick has so much potential. And
I agree.
And it's so funny, right? Look at the Miz. And kudos to Miz. What a champ. He's committed. He's been committed to the gimmick since day one. He still looks disheveled. Yeah.
I love your point because you're right. Like this, in fact, any gimmick, right? Not just this particular curse gimmick. Any gimmick actually is not just on the wrestler themselves to sell it, is who they're in with the ring with to help them sell it.
Yeah. So if the Miz or Kit Wilson weren't like on board with this, right, it wouldn't have worked out.
Fall flat. Yeah.
So these guys really, my hats off are to them. Even though Damien and Truth weren't in a match today, but they are in a very memorable segment, and I think that is the key goal here, right? So I absolutely enjoyed this.
Yes.
Any thoughts from you?
No, I agree. I think one more thought is, I hope I'm actually sure, we don't know yet, that Danhausen should make a Mania appearance.
He's definitely
will, right? Yeah,
he's 100% gonna curse someone, and because of the production value that Mania has.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's gonna curse someone, and then it's gonna be fireworks, and I don't know. It's just something dumb is going. Something dumb is going to happen. They've got the budget
for it. They've got the mechanics for it. Why not? Right? Why not?
And can you imagine, like, Danhausen just has to stand there and point his fingers?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is really next level smart wrestling. He doesn't have to bump every single week. Yeah, his gimmick is so over, and it's so easy to tell that story. It's man, I love this Danhausen. Yes. He's one of the very few people that makes me want to watch the show. Yeah,
200%. I'm with you on that. Yes.
Okay, then let's talk about the other end of the spectrum. This makes me 0% want to watch the show.
Okay. There's tea with you, so calm down. You can drink some tea to calm down.
Let's talk about Jelly Roll.
Yes. Okay. I'm here. Listen. Okay. Tell me. Yes.
I'm going to preface all of this. I'm going to say that I still appreciate Jelly Roll getting into shape. I still appreciate Jelly Roll appearing and making himself visible on the road to WrestleMania. I appreciate all of that because not every celebrity does that.
Yeah, put in the time, put in the effort. Yeah,
right. I'm gonna give you that. But how they are writing him in the story, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's turning me off. I was raving about how, oh shit, we're gonna get a Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes story. Finally, we're gonna get that because they had so much history, 20 years, almost. The legacy, yada yada.
Yeah.
Right? And then we started diluting it with Jelly Roll. At that point, I thought, okay, maybe he's just gonna be there and they're gonna write him out. But no, we're still getting more Jelly Roll. Oh, excuse me. We're still getting more Jelly Roll. Week after week after week after week. And this week, he shows up at least 3 times, I think. At least.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he shows up at least 3 times. He shows up to give unsolicited advice to Cody. He shows up again to confront Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
And then he shows up at the end getting beaten up.
Yep.
I don't understand why Jelly Roll is so important to this storyline. He doesn't bring any value. He's just a dude that got brought in to do a match with Randy at SummerSlam. Right? But he's acting as if he has been around this entire year with these 2 guys.
Yeah.
Right? I can even go as far as saying that I understand Pat McAfee's involvement. Right?
Yeah,
because the goal is to get Pat McAfee to be a heat magnet. Right? If you sit down and think about it, he's a heat magnet. Granted, he's not the best choice for the role. They could have gone for anyone else, but they chose Pat McAfee.
Right.
But okay, it's okay. We went for the lowest end of the barrel. It's fine. Right? It's still his role is still to help elevate the feud and justify Randy's motivations. Yeah. That they want to save the business or the current era is too soft.
Right.
Cool. I totally understand. Right?
But Jelly Roll,
what does he bring? I don't understand. He's just a sympathy character. He's just a punching bag every week. I don't understand. Right? He doesn't need to be in this feud at all. Pat McAfee, I can understand. Even though he's a shitty choice.
Yeah. I agree with you actually. After Pat McAfee came in, we actually don't need Jelly Roll. I agree with you. And there was an easy solution to kind of let him fade out, which he took the RKO. He's injured. He can't show up. Let him sit it out. But they didn't.
Yeah. So I don't like how much he has been shoved down my throat. I'm gonna say that if this Jelly Roll was in this Denhausen thingy, I would have 100% been okay with it.
Yeah.
I would have 100% been okay with it. So like, I don't know. He's 100% gonna be involved at WrestleMania, I tell you.
Yeah, he will be. There's a dishonorable mention, unfortunately.
Okay, let's move on to the title scene. The women's tag titles, actually the champions didn't show up, the challengers did a match.
So it's a singles match. Yeah, singles match. Yeah.
We get a match between Alexa Bliss and Bayley, where of course, shenanigans.
Well, yes and no, though. I mean, because it's a singles match, but both their tag team partners are ringside. So
it's a copy paste again. There's another distraction.
Yeah.
So for at least 3, maybe even 4 running episodes now.
Same thing, exact same thing, right? Yeah.
Where we get contender A versus contender B, and then contender C will run in and distract. This week we get the partners of contender A and contender B run in and kind of like distract them in the match. Yeah. It's a copy paste. Like it totally screams that WWE does not care about this title scene at all. They're just like filling in the blanks until we hit WrestleMania and then we'll decide something then.
To put it charitably, it's a bit of a holding pattern, but you're right. This the uncharitable way to say is they just close one eye and let it coast until Mania, which is in a week away.
Yeah,
anyway.
They're letting it ferment by the side.
Yeah. I was, to be fair, you're right. I agree with everything you said, especially because I was expecting something more to happen between Lyra and Bayley, given what they've given us in the last few weeks. Right? Especially because Lyra helped Bayley get the win by cheating a little bit. And then backstage, they're like, hey, we're best friends. We're going to help each other get on top, but a little bit of tension. That didn't happen at all this week.
It's very inconsistent storytelling. I don't know. I feel like this is quite lazy.
It's a bit lazy. I was expecting so in my notes, if you've seen it. I was after this match, I was like, oh, there has to be a post-match segment between Bayley and Lyra, and it never happened.
No, yeah, they just...
Yeah.
So you're right. Sunset.
So.
I also had another problem with this. Man, I have a lot of problems.
That's okay. That's what we're here for. Yes.
I sung praises for Denhausen. Yes.
You did. Yes.
Yeah. So where is everyone else? Where is?
They're at Las Vegas already. Holiday before Mania. I don't know.
where are the irresistible forces? Where are the Bella Twins?
Yeah.
Okay. First off, Bella Twins. You tell me Nikki is still hurt. We don't know about her status. Okay, fine. Where is Brie Bella?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can argue with me again and say, oh, because we don't know if Nikki's gonna make it to Mania, so there's no point to put up Brie. Fine.
Yeah.
Then where are the champions?
Absolutely. Yeah. And you mentioned when we talk about Danhausen, you mentioned that even Priest and R-Truth,
they
showing
were visible. They are showing up. They were visible, right?
The belts are somehow in the picture still, right? Yeah.
Like my stance is very simple. Okay. If you are not going to make your champions compete in a match, or rather just put them in a match, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna have them in a match, at least have your champions in a segment or vignette or in a live promo. And obviously you can't do this every single week as well, but some toss-up would be nice.
Right.
But having them being completely absent, doesn't help anyone.
Yeah.
It really doesn't help anyone, especially the champions. If your champions don't show up, they don't make a message, then the disconnect starts to get wider. What are they? Where are they? Right? Where do they stand on these power rankings?
Yeah.
We don't know. So are they actually the champions, or is our attention supposed to shift somewhere else? So if my attention is supposed to shift to the contenders, that means they are telling me that you don't care about the champions. You're telling me that you're just going to let the champions, they're probably going to lose or at Mania. Right. So it's going to be very obvious results coming out. So, okay, this is why I say this is lazy booking.
Yeah.
I don't think they are actively trying to write the story. They're just trying to keep that cheese in the fridge and let it ferment on its own. Not fridge, in the dry Asia or whatever it is.
Yeah. Just fermenting this cheese.
I said cheese a lot this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it in my promo yesterday as well.
You did cut a promo yesterday. Yes.
I did cut a promo yesterday. I had 2 matches and a promo to cut. Oh my god.
Busy man. Busy days.
Busy,
yes. But that's the title scene. That's the tag team titles for the women.
Yeah. Again, if Kabuki Warriors do show up, that means we are not gonna get the payout for Io, Asuka, and Kairi, which is kind of sad.
We'll see.
Hey, no, sorry. Before we move on, so that means technically the Bella Twins has cost us more than we anticipated.
You are right. You are right.
So the Bella Twins, okay. So let me break this down, right? The Bella Twins return to a very, very minimal, decent pop. They barely show up to help build this tag team title scene.
And then because of them, we get a fatal 4-way.
Yeah, right? Because of them, right? Because of their rustiness or whatever it is. I don't care what you guys say. It's 100% because of their rustiness. That's why we're getting a fatal 4-way. Right? They don't show up to help build this fatal 4-way. One of them gets injured, and right now, because of that, they're gonna pull another tag team, right? Who has
another
amazing
storyline. Pull another storyline.
They have to pull in another tag team which is having an amazing storyline going on for them, just to fill in. This domino effect is crazy. I hate this.
It's
goddamn Bella Twins. Just go away.
I think we just need to please move on. We need to move
on.
Let's
move on. The women's WWE title. Again, Jade Cargill won.
Yes. She did have a match. Jade Cargill did have a match.
I wrote in caps, oh my god, Jade in the main event. Wow.
It was the main event.
I wrote it in full caps. Okay, actually, nothing.
This is her first match in a long time, also. Actually,
no lah, not so long lah. She fought Rhea Ripley quite. Was it Rhea?
That's why
she fought someone. Michin.
Jordan Grace.
Michin. What happened to Jordan Grace?
Yeah, that's why. Also, what happened to Jordan Grace? Yeah, exactly. Right. Grace.
I called it way back. I called it right before they decided who Jade was gonna face maybe they had, but they needed a few time, or whichever the case was. They picked Jordynne Grace from NXT.
Yeah, all the way down.
Just to slot her into this match. Did not even have a pay-per-view match. And Jordynne Grace just disappears. We called it like she was a
J word. Are we gonna drop the J word? No lah.
She's not lah, but
she's not lah, yeah.
Emergency contingency plan.
She was a contingency plan, yeah.
She was a contingency plan. So anyway, we didn't actually get a lot of progression to the Jade and Rhea storyline. What happened was Io came to SmackDown. She wanted to face Jade Cargill.
Even though she's injured,
Even though she's injured, I think her neck needs more work than her arms. After that crazy suicide dive.
Oh, but True, but I couldn't tell.
No, I was just being sarcastic.
Okay.
Rhea attacks Michin and BFAB and goes like, hee hee, like, now we won't get any interference from these two ladies.
Yeah.
Right, so we get a one-on-one between Io and Jade. Jade does beat Io. And then is about to attack Io. Rhea Ripley comes in, stares her down, and Jade runs away.
Yeah.
Couple of things.
Okay.
The match itself was okay.
Yeah.
The match itself was okay, and it's definitely one of Jade's better matches. But I would say Io is carrying her. I would like to think Io is carrying her. Okay, match itself was fine, but this was the main event.
Yeah. So yeah. On that note, just to jump in here, I agree the match was okay. I actually did write down that for Jade's character, we've seen her basically become almost like, for lack of a better word, a dominant bitch, right? If her goons are holding Rhea down, I'm going to take pleasure in beating up your best friend. That kind of character didn't quite come out here, even though you're dealing with an injured opponent.
It was just another competitor.
Just another match, right? Yeah,
another match. So yeah, you're right. Jade, I think what you're trying to say is Jade didn't really showcase her character at all.
Correct. There's no character. You didn't bring in what we've been given last week or Monday, right? This past Raw, yeah.
So the ending, right, where Jade just stepped down Rhea, I thought it was very, very flat ending. I thought a brawl was gonna break out. Again, we talk about taking a step back rather than escalating, right? We are 2 weeks out. No, not even 2 weeks. We're 1 week out.
1 week out, yeah.
Yeah, we're 1 week out for WrestleMania and there's no escalation. Like Drew and Jacob one, I can still kind of buy it because it was so brutal. This one was just a stare down.
Yeah.
And I don't understand this. Rhea should be mad. Rhea should be hot about this because they destroyed Io Sky on Raw. But then she doesn't do anything about it where she had Jade right in front of her. I don't understand this, right? Did you notice?
I noticed that. You're right. That it ended a bit abruptly. You're right. I think the note I got was a bit abrupt, especially since you're right. Actually, if you're taking score, Rhea is down 3-0 now, right? Because she's been beaten up twice by the takeover.
She can't get the upper hand.
She can't get the upper hand, and now Io got beaten up, and also actually it's 4-0 if you count it. Io got beaten up, and now Io lost.
Yeah, so Rhea was forced to watch the beatdown on Io just this past Monday. This SmackDown, she had Jade right in front of her, and she did absolutely nothing but to stare at her.
Yeah. So at least,
it's a bit backwards. Again, I don't understand this rivalry at all. Yeah. So anyway, we haven't been understanding this rivalry since the get-go. So
I mean, so maybe just to wrap this up, I feel like at this point, so number one, I'm still holding out for a Kairi Sane run-in. That's in my, I think it's, but we, like what you said about the Bella twins and everything, it's a question mark. At this point, this story feels like best friends against the high school bully. It feels like that. And I don't know if that's a good thing.
I don't want to argue with you on that. I see absolutely no reason why Kairi will run in. But if she does Joseph again, I'm going to take my hat off for you. It's just 0.01%. There's just no way. Okay, let's move on to the men's US title. As we spoke of just now, the tag team champions, they were part of a backstage segment. Sami Zayn, he gets a live segment.
This is actually quite a long. There's quite a few things going on here, right? For this,
so bear with us a little bit. So I'm going to give you all a bit of context. So basically, Sami Zayn comes out to cut a live promo. Even the commentary is turning on Sami. Yeah,
the crowd would turn on Sami already from the get-go.
Not all.
Yeah.
Okay,
not all.
so basically, right, I think this is a little bit meta because Sami Zayn, he's cutting a very passionate promo. In fact, it was a babyface promo at first.
Yes.
He cut a very babyface promo about how he's always given 100% of himself. He's not a fake person.
Yeah.
Right? He's 100% himself and he's always giving himself to the audience. And then he puts an asterisk to that. He puts an asterisk to that in the form of his loyal fans.
Yes.
So he's gonna be loyal. He's gonna give 100% of himself to people who have been supporting him since day one and people who are still supporting him. And there's a good number of people in the audience who are still supporting him and still cheering for him, right? Yeah. And then he turns his attention to the people who are booing him. That's the second half of the promo, and he starts to say things like, I don't care what you guys think.
Yeah.
You know, right now he's living his best life. He doesn't care about what these haters have to think about him, which is kind of, you know, facts, right? Yeah. This is what life generally is, right?
Because he cited his best friends. He cited Cody and Randy, saying both of them telling me I gotta get what I want. I gotta go for it.
I mean, he did say that. So like he's just basically being a human being, right? Yeah, he stopped, or rather, I think the key word here I'm looking for is he stopped being a people pleaser.
Right. He decided to look out for himself.
Yeah. Right, that's why we had the promo, the first hour of the promo, where he said that, you know, if you have supported me, I'm still gonna work hard for you guys. But if you turn on me, F you guys. Right. So he stopped being a people pleaser, which I thought was very, very interesting and a very interesting promo to cut. It's not something you see every day, right? The last time we had this kind of mixed reactions, right, was John Cena and Cody Rhodes, and neither of them, right, they don't really outright call the audience out for it. Or rather, they don't call it immediately.
Right. The time lag is almost zero here.
For Cody, it took him months to finally acknowledge that, oh, you know, there are people who are, you know, kind of booing him. For John, of course, it was years.
Actually, it was the first thing. It was just the first thing, actually.
Yeah.
Right. For John,
But for Sami, just maybe like 2 weeks off his kind of like heel turn, he's cutting this kind of promo. So I thought it was very, very interesting. I wrote something down. Okay, never mind. So yeah, basically I just thought it was very, very interesting. Then we had Trick Williams coming out to cut the promo. Crowd is fully behind Trick. Of course, he's still a heel, but crowd is still fully behind Trick.
Yeah. Trick is still followed by Lil Yachty. And everything you said about Jelly Roll here applies here to Little Yachty for me. I don't think Lil Yachty needs to be here for this particular match. I felt
it was quite funny though.
Really? Yeah. Okay, I'll give Lil Yachty props for wearing the Gingerbread Man t-shirt. That was funny.
And also he kind of sounds like a little girl.
Okay. High-pitched
voice, yeah.
But I think, when I say Lil Yachty doesn't need to, I feel like for this particular feud, he doesn't need to be there because Trick Williams is so charismatic, can carry himself already, I think.
I can kind of see where you're going, yeah.
Doesn't need a hype man, right? And you're like, if you slotted Lil Yachty next to, for example, Danhausen or The Miz, that would still be kind of funny, still looks good, right?
Yeah, it's the kind of, you know, the celebrity shouldn't be involved in very serious things. I feel like they should be involved in the less serious things.
Low-hanging fruit, yeah. So, you're right about Lil Yachty. Like, okay, he's funny, but I don't know if I don't think he adds anything. Yeah. He actually, so Trick's entrance, like you said, going back to Trick, when he comes in to interrupt Sami, his entrance is always fire. The crowd sings along.
Yeah.
Then Lil Yachty starts to like sing along with it, and kind of the buzz dropped, right? Remember? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, bro, just Orafa, please don't, right? So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna summarize. I think or maybe give you what my take on this whole Little Yachty situation is.
Yes.
I feel like Lil Yachty, he added just a little bit.
Okay.
He added just a little bit because he's that little brat on the side that's kind of poking at Sammy. But I don't think he has done enough to take away from the rivalry. I think he's complementing Trick.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
You're right.
But when we look at Jelly Roll is his own character. He's not really complimenting anyone. That's how I see it. So I don't think I don't think Lil Yachty has kind of crossed that line yet. That's why I'm still okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, but when we start to say that Lil Yachty gets involved, he starts to punch Sami Zayn. He puts on the golden watch, and obviously I'm throwing shit at someone lah. But
someone. But he did kind of get involved in the match after this, right? Trick and Cardona.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit because just to complete the context because Trick comes out, interrupts Sammy, right?
Yep.
Then he goes on to have a match with Cardona, but Sammy is ringside as well as Lil Yachty, right? And then Lil Yachty tries to interfere behind the referee's back, if I remember right. I think holding Matt Cardona on the ropes, and after that, Sami Zayn takes him out.
Yeah, so Sami did get involved. But yeah. Anyway, no Carmelo Hayes.
Well,
he was at the start.
Backstage, at the start. So that's why this whole segment, this whole storyline actually started at the start where Carmelo's knee is still out of action.
Yeah, but for some reason he's in his gear.
Yeah, he's in his gear. And also for some reason Matt Cardona he'll follow him to the doctor.
Yeah. It was never explained lah. So maybe he was meant to face Trick Williams or something, but they didn't really explain that. But yeah, I think we still have a tiny hope that Carmelo will be involved in this in this US title scene. He could be added in next week. Yeah.
Oh, you mean for Mania itself?
For Mania.
Yeah, that one we'll see, but definitely Melo has not exited the US title scene. Definitely.
Yeah, for real. If he's not gonna be at Mania, I'm sure after he's gonna be a part of the topic. I do hope he gets to Mania. Make it a triple threat.
That would be cool. That would be great for him.
Okay, let's talk about the WWE title.
Wow, this was also
there's a lot of things to unpack.
This whole segment, I was timing it, took like 20 plus minutes.
Was it?
Okay, maybe if it's
15.
More,
I would say 15. I'll edge.
15. I think if you put everything together, it's 20. But yeah.
I will edge it at 15.
Okay.
Pat McAfee had a lot of choice words. So basically, it's a live segment. Pat McAfee comes out. He starts to cut a promo. He calls out Punk for calling him out. Yeah, and he says that CM Punk is a fraud. He complains about TKO, high ticket prices, but he's actually living on their massive, decadent, exorbitant cash checks.
Yeah, cash checks. Yes,
cash checks. So CM Punk is living off TKO, but he's being a hypocrite, which is true.
I actually agreed with Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I agree with Pat McAfee.
I actually did.
I hated that I agreed with Pat McAfee.
Okay. At this point, I think because Pat McAfee, right? He has the Randy Cody storyline that he needs to drive, which we will talk about more here, right?
Yeah.
He spent a good amount of time talking about CM Punk, and I get it. Yeah, right. I agree with him. I get it. I think it should have been shorter, this segment, at least this part of the promo. Because the punchline, and there were a lot of punchlines, we can talk about that, how I feel about having so many punchlines in this segment, this promo. First punchline here is 25% off this weekend.
I want to talk about that, but I want to leave it towards the end. Please remind me if I do forget.
Okay, we can talk about that here. But here, you see, for me, mentioning CM Punk, okay, great, entertaining, but it took so long to finally reach the punchline, which is, because of what CM Punk said, I talked to whoever I need to talk to, 25% off this weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to address something else. Is Pat McAfee, right? His promo was a little bit long, I'll give you that. But the lines that he had, the words that he had to say, not sure if entirely scripted, right? But those lines were actually okay. Right? What he said, I felt and I could agree. But the problem with that is it's Pat McAfee. Right. It's hard to buy into what he's saying because he's this unbelievable character that suddenly got slotted into this. If this was said by a more believable character, maybe like something crazy and ridiculous like The Rock even. Right? If he were to come back and to say things like that, I maybe would have bought it.
Right.
Again, these are great lines. These are I thought it was great lines. I could agree with him, but it's Pat McAfee. Right? I want to talk about the 25% discounts at the end.
Sure. I got you.
More context, Pat McAfee cuts the promo, he gives out a discount, and then Cody interrupts and he lays it into Pat. And I think this was one of Cody's better promos as well. Actually, Cody never really misses with his promos.
Yeah, he's really good on the mic. Underrated. A little bit underrated. But yeah,
I think he's properly rated, I would say. Okay. Cody is properly rated. Because the thing, right, is even though people boo him.
Yeah.
Even though people boo him, right? But the boos eventually phase out. And that is something really special about Cody Rhodes, right? He comes in knowing that people will hate on him, but he manages to convince everyone else otherwise.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the promo, most of the people are cheering for him because Cody has this amazing storytelling ability and gets you invested in what he's saying. He's got the emotion, he's got the range, he's got the voice, he's got the rhythm. So I would say he's properly rated. He's where he needs to be. I wouldn't say he's underrated. I wouldn't call him overrated. He's very good at what he does. Right? His wrestling is not that great though.
Talk about that some other time. Actually, I agree with Dave.
It's a little bit stumpy. But yeah, his promos are always on fire. Right? He lays it into Pat McAfee. And for once in don't know how many months, for the first time in maybe a year even, Gunther gets a pop.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't write, but yeah.
So basically, Cody says that, Pat, go away. If you're tired, go home and take a nap. Or
we can call Gunther. Yeah.
Go on, finish it.
Yeah, if you're tired, go home, take a nap. If not, we can call Gunther and he can put you to sleep.
And there was a pop. I'm sure Gunther is also popping at the back. It's a good line, really. I didn't think he'll bring Gunther into this. So props to him. I don't know what this storyline is about anymore. Again, because we talk about the dilution of all these celebrities, right? Again, I spoke just now that this originally started as Randy versus Cody, the legacy, right? The almost 20-year history between them. This started as that. Two brothers going at it until one brother heard voices in his head.
Yeah.
Right? And I still thought it was going fine. Randy turned heel, okay, right? But people still kind of like were, supporting heel Randy. So maybe that's why they brought Pat McAfee in. But anyways, Jelly Roll came in first before Pat McAfee. Like I said, I don't know what is the value of Jelly Roll in this feud. He's neither a good friend of either two of them. I cannot bring myself to believe that he's a good friend of either of them. Because he's simply not been around for the better part of the year. And suddenly 1 month before Mania, he's their best friend coming back to solve their issues. Yeah. It's very hard to buy that kind of stuff. Right? And right now, it feels like we are fighting for Jelly Roll, justice for Jelly Roll now.
Yeah.
It's no longer about the title. I don't understand
Jelly Roll
why.
On whole vibes,
Yeah. And that was before Pat McAfee came in. Then now Pat McAfee comes in. We're no longer fighting for Jelly Roll. Maybe we still are. Right? And then now we are trying to fight to save the business.
Yeah.
So what exactly are we fighting for, guys? Are we fighting for the WWE title? Or are we fighting for Jelly Roll? Or are we fighting to save the business? This story has so much nonsense and diluted information inside. I don't know what I'm supposed to focus on.
You put it correctly that it's diluted. In fact, I mean, to put it another way is there's too many things at stake and we don't know what to get behind, right?
Yeah,
like you said, 20-year history, Jelly Roll now, Pat McAfee. Then now, we haven't even talked about Pat McAfee will leave the WWE if Randy loses. We haven't even got to that. Right?
Why did he do it? What kind of stipulation is that? Why would you put yourself on the losing end? I don't understand. That was a dumb thing to say.
I'm not even done. So we're there, and then at the end of this segment, guess what? Cody Rhodes' belt is stolen by Randy and Pat.
Yeah, they attack Jelly Roll. Randy attacks Jelly Roll.
Yeah. So Randy attacked Jelly Roll behind the backstage. Come out at the end. So there's so many things. So what I wrote this down this morning when I was having breakfast. So in Singapore, we have kaya toast, right? Very simple, kaya toast and eggs. Standard, but very hearty, does the job. What we have now for Cody and Randy is, they say, you want kaya toast? No. Let me give you avocado.
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
put more Dubai chocolate. So now I have Dubai chocolate, avocado toast, when I just wanted boiled eggs and kaya toast.
What
right?
an analogy. You are correct. Oh my God, Joseph. I couldn't agree with you more. I just wanted a simple kaya toast with coffee. I didn't want avocado in my toast. You are absolutely right. There's too much nonsense
too much going
in this.
on,
Yeah.
right? So wow, you know what? I'm gonna do a recap because just to prove a point. Pat McAfee might leave the WWE. The belt is with Randy now. Jelly Roll is beaten up. What's going on, right?
I don't know what we're fighting for anymore, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did say I was going to talk about the 25% discount.
Yes,
I'd say, even though I am not a businessman, but I am smart enough to know that this was a horrible idea.
I agree. It's a bad look.
It's a very bad look.
Neither of us have been to business school. We don't run businesses, right? But when I, as a consumer, see this, I'm like, you guys are desperate.
Technically, I'm still kind of like exposed to business because I got to I got to book the cards and whatnot, right? But the thing is, you're selling WrestleMania tickets at such high prices.
Yeah.
Right. Let's be real. It's extremely high prices, WrestleMania tickets. Then a week out from WrestleMania, you throw this massive 25% discount out. I'm not sure if it's real discount or fake discount, but let's say it's
has
real.
To be okay,
it has to be real.
At this point, I'm like, I also noted, you're making ticket prices, you're right, if it's real or fake. If it's fake, you're making it part of the storyline. That's so weird and really messed up, but yeah.
Yeah, but let's say it's real, right? Let's say it's real. Then it tells us two things. Right, or maybe more than that. But the first two things that I think of is, number one, you guys are not selling out your tickets.
Yeah,
you guys are struggling to. Yeah, you guys are struggling to sell your tickets. You are telling the entire world that, hey, I can't sell my tickets. Here's a lower price for you to buy it. That's number one. Number two, I shouldn't be loyal to WWE, or I shouldn't buy the tickets on first announcement.
Yeah.
Because why would I do that? Why would I pay 25% more where I can wait for the discount to come out?
Yep.
What kind of... I don't understand. It's such a dumb-ass move. I don't understand. Right? For a massive company who has done like amazing business, such revenue over the years, you pull out a stunt like that, telling everyone that you can't sell your tickets, telling everyone not to buy it on first glance, right?
Short-sighted move. It's a very short-sighted move.
It's very, very short-sighted. I don't understand. I'm very angry at this, but I can't show it because it's such a baffling, it's such a elementary, such a simple mistake. I don't understand. Maybe all of this is a work. Right? So you never ever want to tell your consumers that you are struggling to sell tickets.
No, you never want to do that. Absolutely.
You never ever want to tell your loyal fans that. In fact, it feels like a punishment to the loyal fans.
Yeah, no, it is. You're slapping them in the face because you're like, you are loyal, but you're punished for your loyalty.
Yeah, I'm making you pay more for your loyalty. That makes absolutely no sense. I don't agree with this. It's just bad.
And you know, just to add, they actually did when it was March 16th, right? So it's Austin 316 day. It was what, 16% off or 31.6% off, I think, already.
Oh, they did that as well?
I think they did that. If not 16% off, they might have done 31.6%.
It's a bad look.
Off, you know?
That means, right, next year they're gonna have a lot of people waiting for discounts already. Yeah.
It's very bad. Next year, no, it's next year. And isn't next year's WrestleMania supposed to be at Saudi? Am I right? Am I wrong?
I don't know. Well, anyway, let's call it. That is it for SmackDown. SmackDown this week, I wouldn't say it was amazing. Again, Danhausen steals the show.
Danhausen is honestly, like, I think, fair to say, Danhausen keeps both of us watching.
And also we failed to mention the women's US champion didn't even show up at all.
Yeah,
None of them
I haven't
did.
seen Julia in a long time.
Tiffany Stratton also disappeared into the dust already. But anyway, yeah, Danhausen is what keeps us around. And also we gotta review the shows now, obviously. But
Yes.
yeah, let's wrap it up. So the next time you see us is gonna be this coming Wednesday, I assume, because I'm the one scheduling it. But we won't be reviewing the upcoming Raw and SmackDown, but we will show up again on Wednesday to give you guys a WrestleMania preview, right?
Yes.
Our thoughts on who will win, the future bookings, whatnot, analysis. Please stay tuned for that. And I think after that, it's gonna be the WrestleMania review already. So as always, if you want to get instant updates, you can join our community channel, right? We always announce our new episodes there. It's the Discord link is our Instagram. How you find our Instagram? It is at ringsidebrewpod.sg. One more time, at ringsidebrewpod.sg. That is also our TikTok handle if you want our short form content, right? All right. So anyway, Instagram, the Discord link is in our bio. Click on that link, jump into the community channel. Right. One more thing, just a small thing. We actually have a buy me a coffee. So, if you have been following us for a long time and you hope to support us more than just beyond the likes and shares, you can help donate. I've set the donation value to the very minimum, which is $4. I can't go any lower than that because of the...
That helps. That's really big help already, yeah.
Yeah, because of, buy us a drink, help us tide through the podcast. If not, you don't want to do that, that's completely fine. What you can do for us is to help like, share, subscribe, follow, all that, the usual social media stuff. Just do that for us, and that is more than enough. Right?
Yeah.
We are on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. You know where to find us. And we're going to see y'all on Wednesday, I think. I hope. All right, guys.
Preview of WrestleMania,
Yeah, we'll see you. Hey,
Bye-bye.
bye. Have a good week.